Welcome everybody to the virtual Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. Tonight we're going to be rocking today, we're going to be rocking our Auto Club West Coast 250, 125 laps in the Xfinity car presented by DoorstopNation.com. Let's head over to the pit lane where all the cars seem to be gridded and ready to go. Cars fired up. Let's check out tonight's starting grid. On the pole, Rob Collier from Zip Tie, Chris James, Hyperforce Esports, Chad Goodingsman from Hypersport Esports. Right behind him on the outside, qualified number 3, Travis Manning, myself in number 5, Stephen Downton, Roger Saucier which would be Bryce in number 6. 7th place, Jacob Daniels, Tyler Ferguson. In 8th, Riley Bukema. 9th, Matt Yost. 10th, Dallas Seward. 11th, Javon Thompson in rounding out your top 12. Matt Steven in number 13, Robert Gast 14th, Kenneth Colson starting in the very back. Rob Collier in the restart zones. Got the call. We are racing. Here we go. A lot of beautiful paints out here tonight. Going to get kind of strung out as we get going. Great thing about Auto Club is you can take it 4 or 5 wide in these cars. You see a lot of 4 wide action going on. I put it on most excited, and it's probably going to be on me since I suck. But anywho, let's keep this professional here. Rob Collier still up front. Travis Manning second. Chad Goodingsman third. Bryce Saucier up in fourth. The East Coast native Matt Yost right now currently running in the 8th position. Far behind him, the land of cheese, Wisconsin, Dallas Seward. Up front, newcomer Tyler Ferguson right in front of him in that Hot Wheels painted number 44. Let's head back up to the front and see how this is going to pan out early on. Rob Collier up top. wrong with that overlay? Racing starting to get spread out a little bit as we continue to roll through Autoclub. A lot of patience being held by a lot of guys in the back. See Ace Racing back there, Matt, Steven, and Robert Gass, as Ace Racing, the ace, Bryce Saucier, up there battling in the top 3 at the moment. There we go, sorry. I was trying to figure out why I was showing time and not laps. We're about ready to complete lap 10 of 125. Here in a second, we're going to jump up to about lap 20-ish. That's where some of the action starts kind of pulling in. Jump up to lap 15 as Travis Manning starts to get around Rob Collier. Rob's starting to see a little bit of fall off. Travis not having just as much. Chad Goodingsman gets around Bryce Saucier. Same thing with also Frontline Esports teammate Chris James. Saucier falls back to the top 5. Number 6, Stephen Doughton. 7, Matt Yost. Number 8, Tyler Ferguson. Number 9, Matt Steven. Big mover all the way starting at the back, and teammate Robert Gass was able to pick their way up into the top 10. It's right along with the Ace Racing cars, as you see Matt Steven battling Tyler Ferguson. Up into lap 25 here. Let's head up to the front. Actually, let's go to the middle. So Rob Collier had a bit of an incident issue. Let's actually see if we can't go back to him hitting the wall. Got a little bit of right front damage. Let's actually see if we can take a look at that. That's actually what is slowing Rob down, why he's fallen all the way back from the top down to about 5th place back there with Bryce Saucier. As Travis Manning and Chad Goodigsman and Chris James are the top 3 in this race at lap 19. Let's actually head to lap 25 is about when pit cycles start hitting in. Some drivers starting the short pit. Right now, Travis Manning still out front. Javon Thompson looking to get a little bit of a position here up against Matt Steven and the number 28 of Kenneth Colson. Robert Gass, Tyler Ferguson also battling it out. Nice little group back here. Stephen Doughton, Jacob Daniels, and Riley Bukema have fallen way off pace. To being laps down already. We're going to go ahead and skip to lap 50. We're going to pull up. And to right now, the race leader of Chad Goodingsman. Travis Manning still in second. Robert Collier clawed his way back up to third. This will be just a quick race recap tonight, not a full broadcast. Matt Yost still sitting comfortably in 7th position. A lot of the guys pitted on right about lap 50, I believe, so just the previous lap. Right now, there is your track map. Right now, the green dot is the number 7 of Matt Yost, or not the number 7, the 7th position of Matt Yost. You see where the leaders are in comparison. Nice little groups of battles. Let's run along with back up the 10th, or down the 10th with Matt Steven as him and Javon Thompson are duking it out. Riley Bukema already has retired from the race as Chad Gunningsman still leads. Let's head all the way up to lap 75. As Chad Gunningsman still leading this race. Mr. Matt Yost has made his way up into the 5th position after those last bit of pit cycles. Rob Collier sits 1 lap down, I believe, due to the short pit. Myself is now in the pit, even though I'm already laps down as well, having damage issues and a few other things. Let's ride along with Mr. Rob Collier as he is just blazing through the field with those new tires. He is about ready to pass one of the lead lap cars, who's currently sitting in 4th, number 82 of Chris James. Bryce Saucier starting to come in on a lap car, I believe, of Dallas Seward. Let's take a ride with Mr. Bryce Saucier in that number 4 Red Bull Toyota. What a kind of a soft lap. Everybody has started feeling a whole lot of tire wear this last few laps. So you're going to see a lot of lifting as we're going into kind of pit cycles here. The number 97 leading the 99 by almost 3 seconds. The 4 almost 18 seconds back. Here comes Rob Collier, super fast. Let's pull up last lap time, actually, to get a comparison here. Everybody's running high 42 or mid 42s. Rob ran a 40.9. So fresh tires are an amazing thing. Why is it doubling? There we go. The Colorado native of Rob Collier. Chad Gunningsman out of Minnesota, about ready to lap the other Colorado native of Matt Steven. Already got around the Texas native of Robert Gast in that beautiful 87. Your second place driver from Maryland. Sponsors down across the bottom there. Roger Saucier out of Maine. A lot of East Coasters in this series. Chris James from Shepherdsville, Kentucky. Just south of myself from Indianapolis. Kenneth Coulson, no data on him. Javon Thompson, the Brooklyn, New York native. Tyler Ferguson, no information on him. Jacob Daniels, no information on him. Myself out of Indianapolis, or Plainfield, Indiana. Dallas Seward out of Wisconsin. And unfortunately, Riley Bukema out of the race. No data on him. Let's pop the weather up. Nice, firm 78 degrees outside. Track temperature only 72. We are racing at night, so it is a little bit cooler. Not a whole lot of action going on. Everybody seems to be really spread out. We are going to go ahead and we're going to jump to lap 120. Actually, you know what? Let's actually go back a little bit here. I believe we're going to start running into our next caution. Let's ride along with Chad Goodingsman. And I believe that last caution was Mr. Dallas Seward. There he is spinning. Let's actually kick this back a little bit here and see exactly what happened to him. Looks like he just gets a little loose on the exit going down low, crunches the car. And I remember him talking, he does everything he can to try to get out of the way for lead lap cars to come, but unfortunately, it was just too late. We hit the caution flag. So let's pop back up to Mr. Chad Goodingsman here. As everybody comes down pit road. A lot of people are going to be fixing their damage as their one and only caution for the night. Since it was a self-spin with no other damage involved, he will get his one warning per race, and no penalty will be ensued. So what we're going to do is we are going to pop back up to Mr. Goodingsman. They're going to hit the rear chase as we go along the final pace lap. Kind of move this along here. Let's get it up to turn 3. We will check out the final pieces of this race. Got a good group of cars. for roughly about 24 laps. Pace truck dips in. Chad Goodingman has control of the restart zone. And we're racing. Eight cars on the lead lap. Matt Yost, the head of all the other lead lap cars. Whoa! What's the racing going on here? What's going on with Rob Collier as he is fighting through the pack? Oh, Rob gets a little loose. Rob got loose. Probably threw the kitchen sink at it in that last pit stop. He's going to fall way off pace. Now we see Bryce Saucier and Kenneth Coulson battle out as Bryce gets a little loose on exit, but still hanging with it. Up front, series standouts, Travis Manning and Chad Gunningsman running 1-2. Chad leading the charge in that Camaro. And from here, it is smooth sailing. So we're going to roll it down into the final 2 laps as these 2 cars duke it out. Travis had a way faster long run car than Chad did. Right now we are working on finding a full-time broadcaster for our Sunday night Nexus Pro Series. It looks like Jacob Daniels is going to do everything he can to stay out of the way of the leaders. Travis Manning still rocking this series. Chad Gunningsman in second. Chris James third. Bryce Saucier fourth. Kenneth Coulson getting his first top 5 of the year. Robert Collier disappointing in the number 6 spot. Javon Thompson, solid top 10. Matt Steven as well in the 8th position. Matt Yost pulling his Matt Kenseth philosophy as he's going to top 10 everybody to death. Robert Gast, the conservative top 10 finisher. Jacob Daniels 11th. Stephen Downton 12th. Dallas Seward in 13th. Tyler Ferguson retired the car, and so did Riley Bukema. So we are going to up to Mr. as we pull up our interviews for tonight. All right, after a long, hard race at Autoclub, sitting up here with our top 3. Coming in third, Chris James, and then Frontline Esports drivers, Chad Gunningsman and Travis Manning. Well, we almost went caution-free. We had one minor caution, so it wasn't too big of a deal, but it looked like you 3 had a handle on it. Chris, walk us through early on all the way up till what you were thinking when that caution came out.
So one thing I am with also with these guys with Frontline,
Okay, fine. Top
but
three frontline.
uh, it was a great race. I kind of wrecked mine early on, just absentmindedly, just getting into the wall, and it was before the safer barrier, so it killed it. Um, and then I was just fighting with Bryce and Rob pretty much for the rest of the run until uh, that late caution there. Was able to get all that damage fixed, and then found myself in P3. Had nothing for those two guys up there. They ran a really good race.
Yeah, definitely a league of their own up there. Chad, you've been excited about starting this Xfinity series, and now I can see why you and Travis and now Chris have done a heck of a job so far. So do we expect to see this the rest of the season, or are you guys just going to try and come on strong early on?
I definitely hope it continues the rest of the year. I think this is a car where I think based on what the Gen 6 race was like to this one, it was a lot more where you can kind of control your own destiny a little bit. I think in the Gen 6 when we were here a few weeks ago, it was definitely if you didn't have somebody to work with pushing you, you really had no hope. So I think this car definitely, I'd say, gives itself more race ability, which is kind of more exciting for me at least.
Oh, absolutely. Same question actually that I asked Chris. Early on, you guys were up there chasing down Rob. They got a good start. He made a simple mistake. And then, we had that late race caution. What was kind of going through your mind throughout all those events?
Yeah, I mean, the start of the race was pretty much the same thing I've been doing pretty much every race I've run in this league is keeping the car clean. I think you saw what even the damage Chris got, Rob got. I think Bryce got some damage too. Really, any damage just kills you. So it's pretty much keeping the car clean. I think I did a pretty good job of that. Probably the best through the first 100 laps of the race, and then really once we got that caution, I pretty much I was in a little bit of trouble. I think I definitely had the fastest car after 30ish laps, but for the middle part of the run, it would struggle. So I knew once we got that caution, unless I could hold Travis off for the first 15 or so, it was probably not going to go my way. So overall, wish the caution to come out and just kind of felt like that was not going to be good for my chance of winning.
Yeah, definitely. I got reports throughout the entire time that, you guys are racing each other hard, and which is awesome to see instead of, just teammates lining up and, taking the 1-2 easily. You guys are definitely kind of almost beating each other up almost. There's few times a couple close calls happen, and Travis, you've now got your second win, two in a row. Are you going to try to keep that momentum going on through Vegas? And what was tonight like for you as well?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely that's the goal, right? You never want to lose. But I mean, yeah, I got a little lucky with this one tonight. Just with how that caution came out, Chad just he had a little something different than I had, and it was absolute rock. I couldn't. There wasn't much I could really do with him, whether if it's short run, long run. But I mean, yeah, I definitely like the momentum, like the we're carrying 2 for 2 going into Vegas. I love Vegas, so it's definitely nice way to get into the third race of the year. But yeah, just like Chad said, just keep our nose clean and keep doing what we're doing, and hopefully it'll just pay off in the end.
Absolutely. Good job tonight, guys. Hopefully, we start seeing our car counts pick up a little bit. I know with the Xfinity race going late and the Cup race going late tonight, a lot of guys kind of bailed out. So hopefully, we'll see some more racing. Our Xfinity series is definitely shaping up to live up to its name because just how the racing has been. But I want to thank you guys for an awesome performance, and I'll see you guys in Vegas.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right, we will be running Vegas this coming week on Sunday. Be sure to pay attention to the final hours of next week for the post race recap. Hopefully, I'll be finding a broadcaster to come in full time on Sundays. But thanks again for watching.